Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to our penultimate class tonight for Tai Chi 6. I'm so glad to see you and thank you for joining me. Tonight we're looking at relaxation. In the next two nights, actually, tonight and tomorrow night, we're looking at ways of relaxing. And Tai Chi has a huge aspect of relaxation because when we relax and when we're happy, our energy can flow. And all Tai Chi is considered to be Qigong, which means energy practice. So if you're happy and you're relaxed, your energy can flow. So there's different ways of getting our energy to flow. There's different ways of accessing that relaxation. Some of it is movement and some of it is stillness. So I'm going to just talk very briefly about other methods, things that you can do to enhance relaxation. And there's so many, so I'm only just going to touch very briefly. So think of all the things that you would naturally do to relax. I would bet that when you're stressed, those things fall away very quickly, but actually it can be very useful. So fresh air and exercise, going for walks, get yourself down to the beach, spend time near bodies of water, go up into the mountains, go forest bathing, literally just spending time around trees and looking up and seeing the sunlight shining through the leaves. These are all very well-known methods of helping you to relax. Just taking time for yourself, not pushing yourself to relax, but just letting yourself toddle around and giving yourself that time and space to just accept how you feel here and now. And this is mindfulness practice. So being around nature is highly beneficial and will help you naturally relax. Especially now we're in summertime, you may consider kicking off your shoes and spending some time barefoot, both in the house, if it's safe to do so, and out into the garden, and again down at the beach. Getting your feet planted directly to the ground can hugely reduce levels of stress and indeed pain. If you're experiencing chronic pain or headaches or flashes of pain, spending time barefoot against the earth allows your energy to earth. It stops this layer of insulation, which is unnatural, which can then lead to build up of stagnant energy, which can leave us feeling quite unwell and stressed. So actually getting your feet planted to the earth with nothing in between for 10-15 minutes can give you a huge level of benefit. I'm going to post a little link on the WhatsApp group to a little film on YouTube called Bio-Earthing. So if you're interested in chronic pain relief and generally de-stressing by going barefoot, you can see more information about that. And it may be a modern fad, but it has ancient roots. Basically, you know, our ancestors went barefoot before shoes were invented, and quite often they were healthier for it. So there's barefoot. Other things that you may do, herbal teas rather than stimulants such as caffeine can be very, very useful. I have one here which I find particularly useful. Let's see if you can see that. It's called Tension Tamer, and it's by an American company called Celestial Seasoning. Just thinking, can you see that clearly? And it's lovely, and it's just a combination of various herbs, including catnip, which I was really rather surprised about, but it's got eleuthero, peppermint, cinnamon, ginger, chamomile, lemongrass, licorice, catnip, tilia flowers, natural lemon flavoring, hops. Hops is another one, and vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. And I find this stuff particularly soothing if I've had a bit of a tense time, and have a nice hot cup of this and I really calm down. Hops are brilliant, and actually valerian as well is another one that many people find very soothing and helps towards sleep. You can overdo anything though, so you have to be careful, especially with valerian, not to overdose on it, not to have it all the time, but just at night, just maybe once a day. Another lovely product is ashwagandha. Again, I'm not sure if you can see that clearly. This is tincture of ashwagandha. Sometimes in health food shops, you can get it in the root form, that you boil it up and then simmer it for about 20 minutes and then drink the liquor from that, drink the tea from that. Ashwagandha is another very traditional herb that is very soothing. It has a mellowing effect, but actually hot water in itself has a very mellowing, soothing effect. So a nice hot drink, as I say, without any caffeine can be very, very soothing. So even just hot water in itself can help to soothe and calm and relax the system down. One last mention about methods to help relax your system are essential oils. Now you have to be careful, not all essential oils are relaxing. Some are highly stimulating and can have the opposite effect or have any number of effects. For example, rosemary really is a waking stimulant. So the ones that come to mind are lavender. Again, too much can have the opposite effect, but a drop of lavender under your pillow or a drop of lavender in your bath can be highly soothing and relaxing. And another one is chamomile. And as you can see, maybe you can't see, maybe the light's not great there. These are Tricerind. That's the company that they're a famous and well-respected essential oils company. So with essential oils, they're highly concentrated. You only need a drop, say maybe 2 or 3 drops in a bath and mix it up, and it has a very soothing effect. You would never put this stuff on your skin neat, but you could mix a few drops into like an egg cup of nut oil or say golden seed oil, rapeseed oil, something like that, and mix it up, and you could rub it into your skin, and that would be nice and relaxing. Frankincense is another one. It's very relaxing, very soothing, and brings a sort of mellow feel. If you like your joss sticks, you can put an essential oil on a joss stick and burn it if that floats your boat. Or you can use something like this, which is an atomizer. I got this from Lidl not long ago, and it lights up nicely. And basically, you can see it's giving off steam there, but it's not hot. It's just sort of vibrating to create this steam. And if I take the funny glass globe off, you can see it's a little plastic container with a little chimney. And there's a wee thing in there that vibrates to create the steam. And that can give off a lovely scent. And so you can use your essential oils of choice, which is a nice way to create a nice atmosphere to calm and relax. So there's a few ideas for you for relaxation. But let's now get started into the actual physical journey of relaxation. So let's salute. We'll take right hand in fist, left hand straight, feet together, hands together, and we press forwards. So we're going to start with physical stimulation. We're going to rub our hands vigorously together, and then we're going to gently pitter patter from the top of the head and gently back. And we're going to do that a little bit wider. So there's an interesting dichotomy between energizing and relaxing. If you do one, you get the other quite often naturally. So we're rubbing again. So this is energizing, but it has a releasing effect, which has a relaxing effect. So we're going to go at the top, and this time we go round the outside, and we go gently. Good. Round the outside and round the ears gently. Now, if your hands are clean, then you can go across the face, and we'll just do a little pitter patter across the face. So this has a gentle energizing effect, and it's very good for the skin, very good for the complexion, gives you a nice rosy glow. Very good. Okay, and people are coming in. Good, and we rub the hands again. Good, and we're just going to massage the face. So we go up the center and down and round the outside. And again, 2. Welcome folks coming in, and 3. Good. And you can do 3 to 9 times, but let's go up and all the way over the scalp and down the neck. Good. And again, 2 and 3. So pitter patter has an energizing, and this just brushing is called effleurage, and it has a soothing effect. Let's rub our hands again. We're going to take one elbow with the other hand and gently support the elbow. And then with a hollow fist, not with a tight fist, with a hollow fist, we're going to wrap on the muscles between the neck and the shoulder. Keep breathing. Good. And swap over. We take hold of the elbow, support the elbow, and with a gentle fist, wrap. Now, if it's uncomfortable to make a fist, you can make a cupped hand, like so, and pat that way. So it must be comfortable. Don't do anything that's hurting you. That's a big important point. Good. Okay. And now we're going to go across the chest. Now, this has a very useful effect to help stimulate your immune system and to help clear your lungs. So we're going to open one arm and we're going to bounce across the chest. Now, I always think of Tarzan and Jane here. And this also does have an effect of boosting your confidence. Let's change over. So you can imagine the silverback gorillas beating their chests, or indeed Tarzan beating his chest and going, oh, it actually has a confidence boosting effect. So I wouldn't do this in front of people, but in the privacy of your own home, before you have to do something, you can be a silverback gorilla and beat to your chest. And we're actually going to do a little pat of the center point here and breathe. And this point is particularly useful for boosting the immune system. And actually it works particularly well when you add an affirmation, like, for example, I'm feeling better today than yesterday, but not as well as tomorrow. Something like that. Doesn't matter, just a positive affirmation, a positive thought. Good, and rest. Well done. Okay, so we're going to rub our hands. And now we're going to gently bounce. Don't punch, but bounce down the inside of the arm. We're going to go to the thumb. We flip the hands over, go to the first finger, and bounce up the outside of the arm. So we're actually following the line of energy, the meridian, as the energy flows. Good. And one more time. So we do 3 times, thumb, first finger, and up. Good. And now let's change it and we'll do a massage version. So we're going down and up, nice and smooth and flowing down the inside and up the outside. One more time. Breathe. Good. Very nice. And over to the other side. Good. So we're going to start on the inside at the lung point. We bounce down the inside onto the thumb, first finger. Of course, please be careful over any injuries. And again, gently down. Also be careful over any jewelry. Thumb, first finger, up the outside. And one last time, down the inside. Thumb, first finger, and up the outside. Beautiful. And let's swap over and smooth down and up. Again, down and up. One last time, down the inside and up the outside. Okay, so what happens, or what should you do if something is so painful that it's hard to touch, let alone thump and rub? Well, if that's the case, what you can do is rub your hands vigorously together and then do a kind of air wash. So you're going, if you can see, not quite touching, down and up. But energetically, can you try this now with me? Energetically, you're still connecting. So it's almost like you are washing the aura, if you like, for want of a better word. So you're connecting with the energy. And can you notice that it still has a sensation It still creates energetic feeling response. You can feel your energy without actually touching your body. So it's a nice way to focus your energy and to encourage energetic flow. So this is the idea: when we relax, energy can flow. And when energy flows, we become balanced, healthy, and well. Good. All right. So we've had a look at our chest and our arms. Now we're going to look at the body itself. And for this, if you can comfortably, I'm going to encourage you to stand up. The reason being because we want to have as much access to the body as possible. And when we're seated, everything is kind of squished, is squashed down. So you can't see my face here so much, but that's okay. You don't need to. We're going to find not the lungs, the ribs. You'll notice that the ribs kind of separate, and then there's a point where they change. It's like a little curtain being drawn back. So we want to find that point, and one side at a time, please. We gently wrap down to the inside of the hip, and we do that 3 times. Let your fist bounce, nice and gentle, and the other side, bounce. Good. So we go from the inside of the lungs, lung point, the rib point to the inside of the hip. And we do that 3 times on each side. That is the stomach meridian that we're working there. We don't do both sides at the same time, one at a time on each side. But now we're going to work on the large intestines. Now I'm mirroring for you here. Your large intestines start over to your right hand side, and they go up the body, the rising, and then they go across the transverse segment, and then they go down the descending colon. So if it's comfortable, we're going to do a drum roll. If that's uncomfortable, if you have IBS or just a sensitive digestive system, you can go straight into the massage, the gentle circulations. But if it's not a problem, we're going to do a drum roll. So again, nice loose hollow fists. We start at the right hand side. I'm mirroring. We go up the right hand side, we go across the top, and we go down the left side. And we're doing that 3 times: underneath, up the right side, across the top, down the left side, and underneath. One more time. Good. And then we change direction. We go up the left side, across the top, and down the right side and underneath. And again, up the left, across, at the diaphragm, down and underneath. Last time, up, across, and down. Good. And rest. Good. Now we overlap the hands and we do a massage version of what we've just done. So we're going up the right side, across the top, down the left side, and underneath. And we do 3 times. Nice and soft and gentle. Once you've done 3, we change direction. We go up the left side, across the top, down the right side. Notice that the body, the energy in the body follows, goes with the hands. You're not just rubbing your tummy. You think of the energy working with your hands. Let's return to center, hug the elbows in, and just for a moment, breathe and feel into your body. Notice how your body feels now. And we have 3 stages. We listen, we experience, and as we breathe, we let go. Good. Now, at any stage after a certain exercise, you can go into this habit of stillness and listening. And when we do that, it amplifies the benefits. It gives the system space and time to fully unfold with whatever it is you've just done. The benefits will unfold. So actually, stillness is your yin. Action is yang. We need both to create balance. Well done. Relax the arms down. We're going to rub the hands vigorously again. And now we're going to look to the kidneys, so the small of the back. So one method is to make an OK symbol, and you're going to gently pummel your kidneys like that. I actually find it's easier, but it is a little bit more intense just to make the hollow fists. And you can hear it in my voice, that little bit of impact. We go up and down the back gently. Now, maybe you have sensitive kidneys, maybe you've just had a bladder infection or a kidney infection. Again, this may be actually a bit too stimulating. You might feel it's a bit tender, in which case you can go straight to the rubbing. And that's our next port of call. We take the palms to the kidneys and we bend the knees a little bit, feeling into the warmth and the touch of the hands. Feel that lovely sensation of energy flowing into the back. So you're just bathing your kidneys in the warmth of your hands. And isn't that a lovely feeling? It's very soothing in itself. Now we're going to rub. And traditionally you would rub 36 times, which might sound like a lot, but it does go fast. But don't worry, just give yourself a jolly good rub until you feel you've had enough, and that's probably enough. Good. And again, hold the kidneys, keep contact if you can, and feel the warmth of your hands flowing into your body. Notice after all that rubbing, it's even warmer. Breathe into that lovely warmth. Now, this is a beautiful way to help your system to calm and relax. The kidneys are considered the water element. Good, relax your arms down, give yourself a little bit of movement. And when the kidneys are happy, the emotion of fear relaxes and soothes and calms right down. So when you look after your kidneys, you can really help get out of fight and flight and freeze and all that stressful reaction and bring yourself back to a state of relaxation. All right, so we're going to move on. We're keeping going down the body. And actually, we're going to go down to the buttocks next. And this is just for general release. If we are sat for long periods of time, which most of us are in modern day living, we can get stagnant. Our energy gets a bit stuck at the tops of our legs. Where we're sitting, we're squashing, energy can't flow. So this may look a bit funny and a bit embarrassing perhaps, but it's a really good way to help the energy shift, to help prevent the likes of deep vein thrombosis. So we're going to rub our hands vigorously together. We're going to bend our knees a little bit to release the tailbone down. And again, with hollow fists, we're going to give the buttocks a bit of a pummeling. Good. So just do what you can and try to get the whole of the area. It's a bit of a workout in itself, isn't it? Good. And when you're tired, rest. Good. So very, very useful. And if you don't want to do that, at least every half hour, if you are seated, try to get up and go for a short walk. Move around the house, move around the office, get yourself over to the water cooler, or just stand up and do a few bends and stretches and move around so that you're not allowing that energy to get stagnant, to become stuck. Good, all right. So in the same vein, so to speak, we're now looking at the tops of the legs. So earlier we talked about the immune system working on the center of the chest. We also have auxiliary, what are they called? Lymph nodes at the tops of the arms, and we have lymph nodes at the tops of the legs as well, the inguinal nodes. So it's really important to give our lymph nodes a little bit of a boost. And it doesn't take much to just kick them into gear and make them work a little bit better for us, which will help us fight infection and reduce that sort of sluggish system that gets infected easily. So we're going to rub our hands together And we're going to turn our feet out a little bit like Charlie Chaplin and bend the knees a little bit. And I want you to find the crease of your legs, please. So between your body and your legs. Gentlemen, please be a little careful with this one. You don't want to hit anything sensitive. We're going to do a chopping action to the groin, 3 strikes, and it's done. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and it's done. We can relax out of the stance. But you'll notice, even having done that, you feel tingling, you feel energy flowing now between the body and the legs. Good, so let's come and sit down now to continue on down the legs. All right. So you could do this standing, but I think it's maybe a little bit easier to do it seated. We rub our hands vigorously together. And again, with our hollow fists, we're going to start at the hips and we're going to bounce our way down the legs. Please be careful not to fall off your chair as you go all the way down and over to the second toe, to the first toes, turn the big toes, turn your feet out and bounce up the insides of your legs. To repeat, I'm going to move back a little so you can see the feet. So we bounce down the outside onto the second toes, the big toes, turn the feet out and bounce up. Good. And one more time, might be easier with socks to see. Ready? We go down the outside, all the way down, round to the second toes, to the big toes, and up. Good. Okay, now we're going to change back to the massage. Now I've heard people saying, oh, that feels a bit weird. If you don't like it, leave it out. So we're going to start at the top and we just smooth down. So we do the same action as we've just done, but this time it's more with a stroke rather than a hit. So we just come down and up 3 times. This is the direction that the energy flows around your body. Well done, and relax. Good. So you may notice with the arms, you go down the inside and up the outside. The legs are the other way round. We go down the outside and we come up the inside. Don't ask me why, but it's just that's the way the energy naturally flows around your extremities. So we're following the natural flow. Good, so let's start now at the corner. Before we were at the side, now we're going to the corner. So we start at the corner of the legs and we bounce down, and let's go down the corner of the legs and round and up the inside corner to the top. And again, corner and down, corner and up. Good. And it doesn't matter, you're not going to hurt yourself. Don't worry about hitting the wrong point. You can't hit the wrong point. We're covered in pressure points. We go down, massage, and up. And again, breathe, down and up. Last time, down and up. Well done. Return to center, check posture. We lengthen up through the top of the head. The chin slightly down and back. And we're going to take a few moments to quieten and listen. So if it's comfortable to do so, at this stage, you can close your eyes. If you prefer, you can gaze ahead, keeping your eyes open. I want you to listen to your body. Breathe and calm down. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breathing. Let the breath simply flow. And notice how your body feels. Notice any areas where there is sensation. And if you feel anything, take note. What do you feel? How does it feel? Keep breathing. Keep listening, letting go. So there are 3 stages. We listen, we experience, and we let go. And whether the feelings we're experiencing are pleasant or unpleasant, we welcome them like a house guest, knowing that they won't be here for long. Either way, we simply breathe into them and let go through them. Letting go is key. Keep letting go to invite the next sensation. Allow the corners of your mouth to gently turn up. And very quickly, you'll notice that this has an effect. It warms the experience. It warms your face. You may even feel the body is warmer with a little smile. If you feel tired, welcome that feeling, let go into it. Keep breathing, please. And gently bring your awareness back to your whole body. Bring your awareness back to the room around you. And feel yourself calm and quiet and very relaxed here and now. Let that feeling stay with you through your evening and into tomorrow. Beautiful. Let's bring the awareness gently back to this space, to your space. Slowly, gently begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, easing from your stance. Lovely. And let's take a little stretch. Whatever stretch feels nice for you, try it now. See how you feel. Stretching is another way to release and relax, to help the energy flow. If you ever watch some of your pets stretching, they always, it's not just something that they do, it brings relief. Even more than that, it brings pleasure. And we're the same. If we allow ourselves to luxuriate in a good stretch, oh, it feels wonderful. The energy flows. So we want to do a bit of movement if you can before you stretch, or just very gently unfold. And that's a lovely exercise to do first thing in the morning, is be the starfish in your bed. Very gently unfold and have a lovely big stretch, breathing into the fingertips and the toe tips and the top of your head and your tailbone, and just feel your whole body is awake and alive. And very gently release. And what a beautiful way to start your day. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do what's called a walking relaxation, or you could call it a walking meditation. You don't actually need a huge amount of space for this, but it is walking. So if you would like to get up now, and if you can, pop your chair to one side. Just thinking, where can I put my chair? Give it a second. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, good. All right. So this is really simple and really easy. And this is what I want to get across to you tonight is for the best relaxation practice. Actually, if you stick with very simple concepts, you're probably going to find you can much more easily and more confidently slip into a deeper state of relaxation. So when we try to do complex things, it actually adds tension. So this relaxation is very, very basic. It's very simple, and yet, boy, is it effective. You know how to walk, so it's not what we're doing, but it's the emphasis. It's how we're doing it. So we're actually going to take baby steps. If I show you from the side, we start with posture, always very important. We lengthen up through the top of the head, gently, not pushing the head up, but floating the head up. The chin slightly down and back, and we allow ourselves to release and relax down through the body. So we've just done a relaxation. Again, just taking a few moments to sigh through the body, down through the legs, through the feet and into the floor. So preparation is all important. Try it again, deep breath, and sigh your tension away. Good. Now I'm going to show you this and then we'll do it together. What we're going to do, we'll take the weight into the right foot and we're going to swing the left foot forwards and bring it down. Now notice how small, it's almost heel to toe. We relax the foot down, that's one. We feed the weight forward, so you're between your legs on two. We keep feeding forward, so the front foot fills and the back foot empties, that's three. And we want to check that we have a nice plumb line, a pillar from head to foot, and swing through on four. And that's the whole thing. We relax the foot down, one. We feed the weight between the feet, two. We keep going, filling the front foot, emptying the back foot, three, and we swing through on four. Good. So you might be thinking, well, I know how to walk. What are you teaching here? Well, as I say, it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. I want you to pay attention to every sensation that you feel in your feet. Notice the temperature of the foot. Notice the texture of the floor, whether it's solid or yielding. Notice the foot spread as it takes your weight. Notice it release as you feed the weight off the foot. Notice each and every sensation in your feet as you practice. Let's try it together. Now I'm going to quickly blow my nose, excuse me. Okay. Please be patient with yourself and the process. Now, you may think, gosh, I can't balance. That's going to be really difficult for me to do. If you experience any wobbles as you transfer the weight or at any stage, that's fine. What you can do is actually count the wobbles. Or you go, oh, that's so many, I can't count that. That's fine. Just be aware, oh, that was a lot of wobbles. But what I want you to do is let go through the wobbles into the floor. So with each step, we're thinking of releasing down into the floor, almost like we're growing roots. So we don't have to try and lift ourselves up out of the wobbles. We're letting go through them into the floor. Let's try it together. I'm going to have my back to you. If you bring yourself to the back of your space now, please. We bring the feet together and we lengthen up through the very top of the head. The chin slightly down and back. And again, just take a moment to calm. Breathe and sigh the tension away. And again, nice deep breath. Sigh the tension away. Ready, listening to your feet, but keeping your eyes focused on a still point ahead. Ready, and left foot touch. Relax the foot down. Feed the weight forwards. All the way forwards. Check that you feel that pillar and swing through. Touch. Relax down. Feeding it forwards. Front foot fills, back foot empties. Swing through. You get the idea. Now listen to your feet as you breathe. Are you breathing? Keep breathing. Letting go through the wobbles. And when you run out of room, breath. Let's take a deep breath, lift up. And calming down, release, relax down. And close. Well done. Let's take a little heel tap. Give yourself a moment. I'm going to grab another tissue, excuse me. At least I know I can't give you the cold online. Good. Well, how did you get on? That was just a little taste. So it does get better, actually, like any practice. The first time you experience it, you may notice, oh, that's good. But if you keep practicing, it will get better and better. So focus on your feet. Listen and feel down into your feet. Breathe through your feet and see how you get on. I'd like to try it one more time with you, please. So if you're a Speedy Gonzalez, this is an opportunity for you to practice letting go of getting to the other end of the room, letting go of completing the exercise and learning to be in the moment. Each quarter, touch, relax down, feed the weight forwards, all the way forwards, and swing through. Give each aspect your full attention. Just be in that moment. Notice how each stage of your step is a completely different experience. Let's try it one more time. Are we ready? Lengthening up. Deep breath and calming down. Let's take the weight right and begin. Notice the foot spread as it takes your weight. Notice the back foot release and empty. Feel the fullness and the emptiness as it swings through. Let your movement be smooth and steady without rushing. Are your eyes focused? Are you breathing? Well done, and rest. Let's take a deep breath. And relax down. Well done. So this exercise, floating up, breathing in, do it with me, please. This is a fantastic exercise in itself for relaxation, but it's also energizing. It has yin and yang. In breath is energizing. Out breath is relaxing. So if you do this exercise first thing in the morning, do 30 breaths, you get a really good workout and you're really galvanizing yourself for an active day. Nice and relaxed, but full of energy. If you do this same exercise an hour before sleep and you focus more on the out breath, releasing and relaxing on the downward movement, it helps guide your system into a deeper state of relaxation and helps you towards a good night's sleep. So beautiful we exercise, so simple. Let your breath float the arms up and feel a little bit of resistance on the way down. But very, very effective. Again, simplicity gives great results, much more so than complexity. If relaxation is your goal, keep it simple. Good, let's come and sit down and we'll finish with a nice guided relaxation. Okay, so there are different aspects of Tai Chi, as I say. We have been looking at the physical stuff up until this class. Excuse me. Sure you didn't need to hear that. And today we were looking at a little bit of self-massage to aid with relaxation. There's another aspect of Tai Chi we call Neigong. So Qigong means energy cultivation and Neigong means the internal journey. So internal energy flow. That means that there's no actual physical movement on the outside. We can help our energy to circulate around our bodies using our minds and our breath. So our physiology, the inner aspect of our bodies, is very active all of the time. So there's internal movement, even when there's no apparent movement on the outside. We're still breathing, the blood is still pumping, our inner body is very active, is very full on. But we can calm even that to gently guide and soothe our system into a deeper state of balance and relaxation. So action and rest together are key. I'd like you to make sure that you're comfortable in your seated position. You could, because you're at home, you could lie down if you want to. You can turn off the monitor, no problem. But we want to make sure that we have good posture. What is good posture? We want an open and relaxed posture with a straight spine and symmetry. So if you wanted to, and if you were flexible and comfortable to, You could actually do an easy pose like this, or even the lotus or the half lotus position like this. But unless you're used to doing that, it's probably not going to be very comfortable. So you don't need to. You can plant your feet, please, shoulder width. Let's lengthen up through the top of the head. Bring the chin slightly down and back. If you prefer, you can keep your eyes open and gaze gently ahead. Personally, I find it's easier to close my eyes to bring my awareness inside. So we're going to do a very simple practice called the body scan. We're going to start at the very top of the head, and we keep the top of the head floating up. But now we pour, gently pour your awareness. Can you imagine as if someone has put a huge dollop of runny honey on top of your head? And as you breathe, as you relax, it very slowly starts to flow down over the front, over the back, over the sides of your system. And as you breathe, I want you to picture that runny honey is continuously, slowly flowing downwards. And everywhere that it touches, whatever tension is there melts and releases and flows with it. Feeling down over the front, down over the back, down over the sides of your system. Let your breath simply flow as you feel this ever downwards release, as this honey rolls down over your system, taking the tension with it. Breathe into it, letting go. Down over the base of your body, down over your legs, over the front, over the back, over the inside, over the outside, down over the upper legs, the knees, the lower legs. As you breathe, let go of the tensions. The honey pours down over every part. This beautiful, rich, golden color encircling your whole body. Down over your lower legs, your ankles, your feet. Down into the floor. And think of that honey as spreading out around you on the floor. Think of that honey as your energetic field. The tension is draining down and into the earth. But your energy still surrounds you and is pulling out around you, making you feel very stable, earthed, very relaxed. You can very gently feel your way up through the body one more time and think of a second dollop of honey dropped onto the top of your head. Check the top of your head is still floating up. And this time, because there's already honey surrounding you, it flows that little bit easier down over the front, over the back, over the sides, down over the arms. With each breath, you're letting go yet more tension. Think of the days, the weeks, the years of tension are simply melting and flowing down through the body, down through the legs, into the feet, and into the floor. Breathe and let go. Feel your whole body now. Notice how you feel. Often when we let go of tension, we feel a sense of heaviness, sometimes lightness. You may even experience a sensation like exhaustion. And this is simply that you're letting go of the tension that you may have been using to keep you up. So if you feel exhaustion now, let go into it. That's okay. Breathe into it. Whatever you are feeling here and now, welcome it. Listen to it. Like a friend, smile into it. And as you breathe, simply let go. Feel once more into your whole body. Think of this golden honey as energy glowing. Feel your whole body surrounded by a field of golden light. And as you breathe, gently think of drawing it in. With each breath, think of this golden light drawing in through your skin, through your muscles and tissues, through your bones, kissing every cell of your body as it draws in. And let's now gently draw the hands in to cover your belly. Keep drawing the energy in and in until you feel the touch of your hands guiding the warmth, guiding the energy into the very center of your belly. Think of that golden light drawing in until it's a tiny dot in the very center of your belly. Feel this tiny dot of light, very powerful. This is your center. We breathe and feel into the center of the belly to bring our mind, our body, and our energy into balance. Feel into the center point of your belly. Breathe and relax into that point. And feel your energy is stronger. Very well done. Feel your whole body. Check you're not holding any tension. If you are, that's okay. Breathe and let it soften and release once more now. Bring your awareness back to your whole body and gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let this sense of calm stay with you through your evening. Easing into slightly bigger movement. When you're ready, Slowly, gently open your eyes. Let the light in little by little, and you can have one more stretch just to wake yourself up. Well done. Very good indeed, folks. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for a little bit of relaxation. We have another class tomorrow night, more relaxation, different aspects of relaxation that we can do through Tai Chi. I hope you have enjoyed this class as much as I have. Let's take right hand in fist, please, left hand straight, and we press forwards. A lovely glass of water, maybe hot water, to refresh yourself now, and make sure you're fully awake before you do anything like drive or work machinery. You can stamp your feet, you can rub a little bit, you can pat, tap, massage, clap. All of these things help to wake us up and make sure we're nice and refreshed. But if you're going to bed now and you want to sleep, you don't need to do that. You can just enjoy a nice rest. Thank you so much, folks. Well done. See you tomorrow.